like to buy the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I like to teach the world to sing. Sing with me. Perfect harmony, perfect harmony. I like to buy the world a coke and keep it company.
Wow, I have not heard that in a while, Abigail.
1971, the year of my birth.
The year I turned 1. And Roland, I can't even, you weren't even a twinkle in your grandfather's eye, if that makes sense. Welcome to We Are a Crotchety Old Man
and a Woman,
the podcast for you, with you, and sometimes even about you. So we're gonna, like many people, are fascinated by the Coke, Mexican Coke, and not the powder, but actually the drink, the beverage of choice. So after watching a little Greg Kelly last night, I decided to ask Abigail, we are going to do our own taste test. But our taste test will be a little different. It's a blind taste test. In front of us are 3 glasses each, A, B, and C. One has Coke, one has Mexican Coke, and the third is cola.
But explain why we're using the Mexican Coke.
Because Mexican Coke has pure cane sugar. Regular Coke has high fructose corn syrup, and regular cola has high fructose. So we're actually going to see what we like better, see if we can tell the difference. So if cola becomes the one we actually like better, that would be really sad for regular Coke.
So I guess I'll elaborate.
Okay.
As Trump announced, Coca-Cola has decided to market a new version of Coke in the United States that will have pure cane sugar.
Yes.
So this may be on the shelves. Now, I hope they don't mean that they're going to replace the standard Coca-Cola, because they made that mistake back in the 1980s when they called it the new Coke, and they actually got rid of the classic. So I don't think it's going to be the case this time.
Or was that a major conspiracy that they knew they were going to do that? Because remember, it wasn't called Coke Classic. It was just Coke.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. Are you ready, Roland?
Yes.
Roland, did you know original Coca-Cola was made and actually did have cocaine in it?
No, I didn't know
And it was
that.
actually used as a cure-all for anything that ailed you?
No, I did not know that.
Well, now you know. All right, so first, I think Abigail will go first.
Okay.
And she's going to drink from the letter A, and Roland will drink from letter A, so try your A.
Can we sniff it?
You could do whatever you want with it.
Try it right now?
Yes.
Okay.
You could also use Coke to actually clean things as well. Abigail literally just...
I'm not sure. I'm ready.
Oh, wow. Not sure already. Okay. Now that you've gotten it on your palate. Okay, let's try letter B.
All right, Pat, do you need to write down what you think A is?
What I think it is?
Yeah,
Yes, so
what
you
do
have
you
3
think it
choices. Coke. Good thing we didn't put Pepsi in there, because everyone would know the difference if Pepsi was in there. That's why we're going with regular cola. RC Cola would have been also a good choice. But
Yes.
regular cola is
Safeway brand
Safeway
cola.
brand cola. Okay, so that's where you went. All right, next one, letter B. Here we go. By the way, I will actually be doing the same. But so what happened is I actually know the answers to theirs, and Abigail knows the answers to mine. Okay, so they just had their second cup of Coke. All right.
Can I go back to A?
Nope, not yet. You have to try letter C now. Letter C.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Abigail sniffing. It's like she's a wine connoisseur. I'm surprised she starts swirling it in her mouth, and then spit it out. Okay, letter C for Roland.
All right.
Here he goes. Don't chug it, Roland. Now, by the way, we're not serving this with ice either.
No.
Okay, so.
It's a little tough, I'll have to say.
All right, so your
What do you think? Is it a little hard?
To tell which one's which?
Yes, so far.
Yeah, I think it's actually kind of difficult.
So I've already forgotten. Well, good thing we wrote the answers down. So, what was your favorite of all 3? Feel free to try them again. If you need to try them again, which is your favorite?
You said you can try it again?
You can try it again.
All right, yeah.
All right, I like this. This is actually more fun. Like, we had other challenges early, and I think we're gonna bring them back. Wow, Abigail was like pounding them.
I think I'm gonna get them all right.
All right.
Okay.
Are you sure? Do you know which one you like the most so far, Roland?
It's either between A and C for me.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So, Abigail, what is your favorite?
C.
C was your favorite. Okay. And which one do you think was Mexican Coke? By the way, I have not looked at the answer sheet.
I think it's C.
Okay. Roland?
Which one I think is Mexican?
Which one is your favorite?
I would say for me it's A.
Okay. And which one do you think is Mexican Coke?
B.
Okay. Are you ready for the answers?
Okay, but
Oh, what?
we should have to discern what the opposites were. So I think A is just Safeway Cola.
Okay.
I think B is regular Coke.
Okay.
And C is the cane sugar version that's the AKA Mexican Coke.
Wow. So you're saying that Roland's A is Safeway brand and he thinks that's his favorite. This is exciting.
Hey, Roland's gonna save some money if I'm right.
Right. Are you ready for the answer?
Yes.
The answer is A is regular cola, Safeway brand. Abigail, right on the money. B is regular Coke, and C is Mexican Coke. Wow, Abigail got them all right.
Yeah, I mean the Mexican Coke kind of pops. It fizzles a little more.
Okay.
So I could tell that.
Now I know what to look for when the little fizzle. Wow. So Roland is like, I don't like regular Coke.
He's gonna save some money.
He is.
Hey, you said C was Mexican Coke?
Yes.
I like that better than B, which was regular Coke.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you actually did like him. All right. So you tell me, should I start?
Yes. Which one?
I'm starting with A.
First?
I'm starting with A.
Yeah, Pat. I mean, Roland, you're gonna save some money.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Now he's doing B.
Letter B, which we don't know what it is.
He's like drinking it like it's wine.
I forgot what Coke tastes like. It's been a while. It's probably been like 2 years since I've had cola. Like so. Okay, I'm thinking. Hold on, gotta
Which
go back.
one's your favorite?
Hold on. B is definitely. I'm thinking regular Coke or regular cola. Hold on. Oh wow, this is actually very hard. Hold on. Oh, that time is going. This is gonna be the shortest show ever. Wow, I really cannot tell the difference because I am not a connoisseur of soda. I'm going to say B is regular Coke. A, I think, because you said a little more simple. Let's say A is Mexican Coke. So that would leave C.
Write that down so we know.
I'm saying C is cola.
Okay, write it down.
I don't have to write it down. C. I'm going to say C is
then
cola.
I will write it down.
Okay. All right.
Because I can get mixed up easily.
I'm already confused.
All right, so
I'm
C
just drinking.
equals cola.
Yeah, B is Coke, and then A is Mexican Coke.
Can I just say, I think he broke a world record. He didn't get one of them right.
I'm proud of that, actually. I'm actually proud of that because I really have no clue. I haven't had Coke in so long.
Okay, so A was Coca-Cola Classic.
Okay.
And you said it was Mexican.
Ah, okay.
B is regular cola.
Oh, okay.
And you said it was Coke.
Okay. The Mexican Coke was C, huh?
And C was cane. Yes. The Mexican soda.
Well, at least I knew this one wasn't regular. All right,
yeah, I gotta
failed.
say though that the Safeway Cola is close.
That's why I wanted you to put in regular cola. It just shows them. Many people would not realize that they're drinking regular Coke between that and if it's just put in front of you. That was a good one.
So I got them all right.
Yeah, you were perfect.
You got them all wrong.
And we now.
And you split the difference.
Wow. But so now you're going to be just buying regular cola, and I'm going to go back to drinking hard liquor.
I do like the cane better.
Yeah, most people do. Most people that have said they like it better. And
It's more fizzy. And
it's definitely better for you.
Pops a little more.
All right. So that was fun. What do you think? Well, we'll try some other things. I'm thinking like, I can't wait for Halloween. We got to do the Munster cereals, Boo Berry, Frankenberry, and Count Chocula, just to see, because I used to love them as a kid.
I always ate Count Chocula.
Yeah, I would. That's why I'm saying we got to try it again. But we'll talk about food at another time, and I'm surprised I'm not belching. So also right now in the background we have on the Major League Baseball Speedway event. Are you familiar with what's going on with that, Abigail?
I sent you a little video of the transformation of a NASCAR venue.
The Bristol 500 is actually run there,
Right.
and they have a giant raceway. As I'm belching, excuse me, and inside of that they put a baseball field. So they have crowds all around where the normal crowds would sit just to watch that, and then inside they have another little crowd, and they're playing, and it should be interesting. They're hoping that this will set the record for largest baseball audience ever, but I'm still belching. But it's still, excuse me, but it's they've had music events and everything's NASCAR related. The one catcher. Actually, he's got like patches on him, like he's wearing all white, like a race car. So they're having fun with it. The players were introduced, and they were riding trucks around, very American. So that's what's going on with that. There was some news in my favorite UFL. As you know, I am a UFL fan. Roland, UFL fan or not a UFL fan, or I just don't give an F?
No, I guess you could say I don't really give an F.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't care much for sports in general.
Okay, now, hey, that's okay. Most sports are pretty lame this time of day. So the UFL has actually brought in a guy named Mike Repole. He's a billionaire, and he is now taking over the entire business. As last week I reported that they were possibly moving 4 teams. He wants to move possibly 4 teams, at least 2. We know Columbus is definitely going to have a team next year. He also wants to expand it by 16 teams in 10 years. Mm-hmm. He's a billionaire. He's throwing money around, just like how Donald Trump started when he owned the New Jersey Generals way back when in the 80s. That was my team back then.
Do you really believe it's going to make it?
Yes. I think they're actually going to market it. I think they're going to merge with the NFL and become the NFL minor league system. And I believe that they're going to try to have a partnership with the EFL, which is the European League, and have a world championship, like between the two of them. So when those two end, and then maybe even get the Canadian Football League involved. They're going to just dominate.
They need to come up with better uniforms, better colors, better uniforms.
Go back with metallic uniforms. Metallic uniforms look so much better than those ugly ass colors. And by the way, all those teams with the ugly colors are the ones in trouble. How bad is that? Okay.
Are you belching? I'm belching.
I know.
Wow.
Maybe because you like that nasty cola. So last thing Abigail sent me, per salary, Alex Ovechkin of the Washington Capitals is not just the highest paid, he's made the most money via a salary in NHL history. What was the total? It was like 100 something?
$160 million.
For Alex Ovechkin. Now compare that to the NBA or other sports.
I wonder how many seasons he took to get that much. How many
Well,
seasons?
I forgot if he started first or was Crosby first. Because Crosby's number 2.
Mm-hmm.
But because a lot of people are saying this might be Ovi's last year. Because he's won his Stanley Cup. He's now the all-time goal-scoring champion.
Right.
What does he have left to do? I mean, I don't think the Capitals are that great a team this year. So, like, maybe it's time for him to hang up and hang out with his kids and his wife and just
get his teeth fixed.
Get his teeth fixed, and live life in the U.S., and he's not going back to Russia anytime soon. So that's all I had in sports.
Oh, I just wanted to make a comment about the WNBA since it's kind of like Arden's passion for the UFL.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to say, I've been watching a few games over the last couple weeks. The level of play has improved, in my opinion. And there's been several games where they've scored over 100 points, which is quite a bit for a women's basketball league.
I'll also give it credit. Their format of how they play with the quarters breaking down and things like that. I actually like the game seemed very quick. I mean, so in a faster game where, I mean, they seem their shots are going down, but they score a lot of points. Like you said, 100 points is, I mean, remember like the NBA a few years ago was not scoring 100 points anymore. There was a lot of fouls and it was just lame. Anyway, what was letter A again for the soda?
For you?
Yeah, because I just chugged it.
That's Coca-Cola Classic.
That was Coca-Cola Classic. Okay, because that's what I thought. So I'm going in reverse order here. I'm going to savor the last of it. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I was going through my news feed and I forwarded another neat little story. Everyone should know that I love the Hallmark Christmas movies that are on the Hallmark Channel. And I read that they are going to be kicking off their quote-unquote countdown to Christmas in early October. And anybody that's watched those movies should have an appreciation. So, Arden, can you tell me what the plot typically is when the busy corporate woman leaves the big city and goes back to her hometown? What happens?
She always finds a guy that she never really liked before because she's now rich and powerful, by the way, and he is more handsome than she could possibly remember. A lot of times he's divorced, possibly even has a kid.
Or widowed.
Or
That's a good
widowed.
one.
Yes, you got to be widowed. And of course, she falls madly in love with him, and he falls madly in love with her. It's the same thing.
And sometimes her car breaks down in town, so she's got no choice but to have to stay. And of course, they don't get the parts. And it always snows. And it's always
well, it is
beautiful.
Christmas.
And
it's always a small town.
I'm addicted to it.
Well,
I really enjoy watching them.
So here's an interesting thought that just popped into my mind. The liberal woman probably would be thinking how great it is that it's a corporate woman of power going back to the small town. But then again, it's also the liberal woman, because all of these men are manly men. You know, like they're all like, as you said, the car breaks down and he fixes it. You know, they always save the day as well. So they wouldn't like that kind of man. They don't like manly men. They like more effeminate man. Anyhow.
There's none of that hokey pokey. It's a
Hokey
good.
pokey.
They're good, wholesome movies.
They are. I've had to watch a few of them with Abigail, and I have enjoyed them. In fact, I remember one time actually going, I got to see how this stupid movie ends. But speaking of, by the way, I forgot one last thing in sports. We are closing in on the 4th annual Joe Shire Memorial Balls Tournament. I forgot to mention it last week. The trophy has been ordered. We're going to be on the beach playing balls, talking about Joe Shire, and possibly drinking way too much. Will Arden win it again? Will I bring back another trophy?
Yes.
Oh, you've heard it here first. Or will Alfred actually bring the cup to New York? He's never brought it to New York. It's been in Virginia all this time. Will we have a 3-time champion? The only woman, the youngest woman, 3-time champion. Will it happen? It's a first sport ever where women are dominating the men.
First sport ever. Wow.
That women are dominating the men in an even match. It's been crazy. And by the way, there's only one woman who plays. Well, last year there was 2. And Abigail's going to be on my team this year, so she's going to win. All right, enough of the silliness. Let's get into Sidney Sweany Todd. What do you got for us? I don't even know who this chick is.
She's an actress, known for her role in Everything Sucks and Handmaid's Tales.
Wait, she's in The Handmaid's Tale? Is it?
Apparently.
I heard she was a Republican, and she's in The Handmaid's Tale?
Apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
And how old is she? Is she like 30, 50? I don't even, how old is he?
I think the Google said like 27, I think.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. There you go.
And they
An
say,
older woman for you.
They say she's hot And yeah. So, what commercial did she represent, Pat? I mean, Roland.
Um,
Was it?
American Eagle jeans.
Oh, and they said she was racist because, like, weren't they talking like she's like with my blue eyes and everything, and I look good and
My blonde hair, my blue eyes.
Yes.
And I look good in my blue jeans. And at one point, it's written on the wall on a billboard that she's painting, and she crosses through the word GENES, and they overwrite it with the word jeans, like the clothing.
Right.
And because she made the statement about her race and her eyeballs and her blonde hair, and indicated she has great genes, the left went nuts.
Right, because she's white.
And
blonde.
They basically said she was practicing eugenics.
And she's a Nazi. That was the other one.
She was a Nazi.
She's a Nazi. Patrick? I'm looking at Patrick McEnroe. I don't, for some reason, I'm sorry. Roland. Well, we both were looking at Patrick McEnroe pictures. Sorry, I was being silly looking at tennis stuff. Roland, do you think she's a racist?
No.
Just that. So, by the way, like I'm thinking about those old like Jordache commercials and what was the other one with Brooke Shields?
Calvin Klein?
Like remember there was like all of the uproar with those? Like I never get let anything between me and my Calvins. You know, there was a 10 jeans back in the day, which was also hilarious because Daniel I used to call him 10 jeans because there was a player on the New York Yankees who was the model for them. His name was Rick Cerrone, and Goldman liked Rick Cerrone, so it was funny. But anywho, yeah,
I mean, there's been a big uproar, and of course, American Eagle to a degree caved, and they ended up airing a commercial with a woman of color, and essentially, you know, again, it's still in the news, it's still an uproar. But, you know, some people say America's back. We're not worried about having people that are fat or not that attractive in advertisement campaigns.
And, you know, like, and I actually saw an Asian woman also in the same thing. And it's like, okay, she looks good in her jeans. But, I mean, it's silly. By the way, the same ladies, I'll say, who are literally complaining about her and her jeans, literally are the same people that on Tinder would swipe, I don't know, right, left, I don't even know how that works, you know, if they saw a bald dude or a balding person, a guy. So, I mean, they could just shove it, you know, anything to get upset. And there was another one that like came out like from Dunkin' Donuts. Did you see that one?
I haven't. I heard about it.
Roland, did you see that one or heard about that one?
No, actually.
So it was this guy, Gavin something or other, and he's once again another white guy talking about his King of Summer tan that he gets for drinking the summer coffee, I think, at Dunkin' Donuts. And once again, good-looking young guy, same scenario, and he's white. Oh my God, but he's got a tan. Ah! I know you hate that line.
Did you hear about a couple years ago, Dove soap? They had a African American woman, when she was ready to put on the Dove soap onto her face, they basically showed her skin turning white, and the left went nuts about that too. Because she basically put on the Dove soap.
Yeah.
And they faded her skin into white, and that was just a problem.
That I don't see why. Like, isn't the soap white when it goes on your face?
Yeah, but they really.
Oh, they
okay. Bleached her out.
Oh, they bleached her out. Oh,
yeah,
I thought she was putting on a white face, which I would make total sense because the soap is white. By the way, I finished all my soda. Like I just chugged it like it was nothing.
I think we all have.
Wow.
Well, no, Roland's still got some.
Roland's got some. We're a mess over here today. We've gone off the rails and we're not even drinking. It's the Coke. It's the Mexican Coke. What's in it? So what else is going on in the world here?
Well, I mean, last week, everyone knows I like to follow the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
It was very traumatic on Friday, twofold for me. One is that my main stock is Amazon, and they came out with their earnings report. And once again, the stock market never fails to baffle me in that they beat their estimates, they beat their profits, but the stock tanked. It went down almost 10%. And then you couple that with the bad jobs report, as well as, Trump's announcement about the tariffs, and the market just tanked. And tomorrow will be a bigger bloodbath.
Well, I was amazed. Like, so Trump also was like, wants to fire the people who are doing the statistics because everything was also rounded back down the previous months. And remember, they kept doing that under Biden.
Yeah.
It's like, how are they so wrong all the time?
Mm-hmm.
So, by the way, I'm not saying it was any better, and you can't blame them for doing it. But like, how are they been wrong so many times? Like, that's just bad.
It is bad. There's no point in coming out with these numbers until they're ready. So if it means they have to wait a month and have a 2-month lag, that's what they should do.
Right.
That's what I don't understand. Because they always have to go back and revise the numbers.
Right, either up or down. So it was really bad. And then now the panic is set in that the tariffs aren't working and everyone's freaking out of the tariffs. So there was a lot of reasons for the tariffs. The one I'll go into a little bit later about Canada. But it's just getting crazy. And then you have other insane news. Like you saw Elizabeth Warren falling on her butt. I mean, there were some pretty funny ones. I mean, some of the names they were like that people were calling her Chief Wounded Heine. I mean, it was instead of Wounded Knee, they called her Chief Wounded Heine. But she actually legitimately fell on the Senate. Nothing happened. I mean, she actually tripped and fell. She wasn't like Joe Biden.
She basically backed into the desk. Yeah. She was going to lean on it with her butt.
Yeah.
And the desk just kept moving, and she just fell. Yeah. Pretty good. So.
But meanwhile,
the Republicans were the first ones there to help her.
Right. I mean, they all of them. Even the lady in the wheelchair. Did you see that? Like, she actually went over to her. I don't know who that lady is, but there was a woman in a wheelchair. She rolls over to her.
She's a Democrat.
Okay. I mean, way to go. What was it? Oh, who did Jasmine Crockett call her Wheels?
I don't know.
By the way, she's now saying that she never actually said that about Abbott.
About the Abbott, the governor.
Yeah, about Abbott calling him Wheels, and now she's saying I'd never said that. You can watch the video 10,000 times.
Typical Democrat.
Yeah.
They say something that's on tape,
right?
Then they deny it.
Well, this was amazing. So I was watching this thing with Donald Trump. I was talking about the presidential fitness award and a presidential fitness things that they want schools to start doing. Mm-hmm. It's not mandatory, but he would like them to do that. So as he's leaving the room, he bumps into the lectern and just bumps into it, walks away. But one reporter actually didn't show the lectern there. They cut it out. So it looks like he just has a spasm, and they literally said that his body was jolting forward, and what kind of medical condition is it? Literally exploded all over Twitter, X, Instagram. It was going crazy. All of these people were reposting it, thinking that, oh my God, Trump is getting old. He's going to die. Watch the video unfiltered and see. I mean, from one says Trump body jolts forward, hitting lectern. Health concerns arrive.
Why do they care? I mean, they want him dead.
Well, because of Joe Biden. They want Joe Biden to look better.
But let's go back to the physical fitness test.
Sure.
I didn't know that Obama had basically killed that program.
Right.
And, it was probably because they didn't want to have kids competing with each other.
Yep, that was part of it.
Them feeling bad.
Yep.
Meanwhile, we have a chronic obesity problem in this country. And that's just silly. I remember doing the fitness test. Sometimes I blew it. I didn't get crushed.
I remember doing some of them. And some of it, one was really not fair.
The pull-ups
there was
were really
pull-ups,
hard.
the stairs. I was short in high school, so like I had problems like because you were on the bleachers and you had to go up like steps. So like those were actually like if you were taller, it was easier to do them. When you're short, you're lift like they weren't ordinary steps. Then there was one a basketball throw. Did you ever have that? You were on your knees and you had to see how far you could throw a basketball. So you had, once again, the taller kids who had long arms and hands could pretty much hold a basketball. They're throwing it across the gym and hitting the floor. Me, I was tiny. Like, I couldn't throw it that far.
Yeah.
Physically, couldn't. I failed. Anyway, I'm fat. I'm drinking Coke.
So, Roland, you would have been young.
Yeah,
You
I
would
don't
have
think.
been like ages 6 to 7.
He probably
do you
didn't do
remember
it.
doing that?
No.
Because Obama came into office in 2009.
Was it that late? Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And
Yeah.
he was born in 2000.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's all that you're supposed to do these tests and you're supposed to pass, or else you were fat. But
Yeah.
like it would, I mean, I really could have used it if they said, okay, you're fat, you have to go and do more gym, start running and stuff like that. I could have used that now.
I don't think Roland was a fan of gym, right?
No, not at all.
Gym class was weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I could spend hours just talking about gym class. I mean, like it's absolutely necessary, but we don't use it correctly. If you
They
want.
just go through the motions.
Yeah, and they'll play all the universal games. Everyone has to be included. We can't play kickball. We can't play dodgeball. You know what? It's just silly.
What I hated most was the pacer test.
What's the pacer test?
It's like where there's like there's two lines. They're like one line is on one side of the gym, the other line's on the other, and like
Oh, the one.
when it beeps, you have to run to the other side of the gym, and like if you don't make it by the time it beeps, you're out, and you run from one line to the other. It's one, go back two, and it keeps going. And like you have to try to last as long as you can.
Wow, that sounds like the Squid Games, just
Wow.
without the guns.
Did you ever have to do the shuttle run? Where similar, you're on one side and there's two blocks. You had to run, grab a block, run back, put the block down, run to the other, grab the block. I remember kids picking the block up and throwing it. Like, just like because they failed the test. And the rope test, obviously. I actually did okay in the rope when I was a little skinnier.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't get all the way to the top, but I actually was able to move my body a little, like an inchworm. I would go up like 3 things and then I'd like be like, yeah, and then fall. Yeah, but anyway, we're talking about this too much. We need more Mexican Coke. The original Mexican Coke. What else did I want to talk about? There was
We have to touch base about Kamala. First, she comes out and says she's not going to run for governor.
Right.
And I said to myself, great, we don't have to ever look at her again.
Right.
But then she went on Colbert. Is that his name? Colbert? Colbert. Let's call him Colbert.
Colbert.
Yes.
Colbert.
And she apparently announced that she has written a memoir.
Mm-hmm.
And she's titling it 107 Days. And guess what that represents?
I know, but Roland, do you know?
You know what the 107 days means?
No, I don't.
It is the amount of time that she ran at her candidacy.
Yeah, her campaign.
So, yeah, her campaign. So when Biden stepped down, it was 107 days before the election. So she's chronicling what happened. And I guess I want to know, is she going to document paying all these movie stars and singers all that money? And, and even on Colbert, she was awful.
She was.
She is like such a stale person.
Right. And she's like wanting to use it as an excuse because usually you have a lot longer to run. She didn't have to run against anyone except Trump. So there were no primaries. By the way, she was the vice president for 4 years. Like, it should have been easier for her. She had 170, and her popularity was at its peak the day she came out. The more she ran, the more her popularity dropped because she had to open her mouth.
Yeah, and she had the biggest campaign coffers ever.
Yes, bigger than Hillary's.
So even though she only was in the race for 107 days, she was given a huge war chest.
Yeah.
And totally blew it and ended up being in debt at the end of the campaign.
She literally, did she win a single county? I mean, counties. Where do, like,
no, she never
flipped a county.
She did not flip a county.
Think about that.
And for every county that I don't remember, but it was a pitiful showing.
Right, and they're like, well, she like the popular vote, they only won by 1.5%. Trump won every swing state and flipped many counties. By the way, we live in Loudoun County. And so just thinking about size, she did not flip a single Trump county. None. Zero.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Trump flipped like 100 something. It was unbelievable. Like she did well in super high populated areas.
But she's not running for governor because she should know she's going to lose.
Well, she's going to start off as the number one person running for president.
That is just laughable to me. And I say, bring it on, Democrats. Bring it on.
It's going to be ugly. Speaking of ugly, Roland, are you seeing what's going on with the European countries and Canada?
No.
They are talking. Okay. So first, it started with Macron in France threatening Israel to stop what they're doing and feed. Because the New York Times came out with an article about the poor, hungry people of Gaza. They're starving, and showed a young boy. They later found out that actually was not real. So the people are starving in Gaza because the Hamas terrorists are taking all their food and selling it back to them if they can. You know, it's unbelievable. So they're blaming Israel for everything. They're blaming Israel for the war and all the tragedy. And so Macron is saying, yeah, if you don't stop, we will recognize Gaza as an independent country. England has followed. Germany has followed, and so has Canada. That's why the Canadian tariff is actually even higher, because Trump is saying, like, what are you doing? Think about this. October 7th is now their 4th of July. Like, that was their day. They are free. Their capital, they want Jerusalem as their capital. It's the most insane people. They're being rewarded for killing all of the Jewish people they can, and they still have hostages. And they're going to be rewarded if it goes to the UN. I'm not sure how the UN works. Like, if the UN recognizes Gaza, what happens? Like, does Gaza become, by the way, let's think about how small Gaza is. Okay. Israel itself is the size of New Jersey. If you've ever, I'm from New Jersey, you started it all the way down in Cape May and you go all the way up to New York, it's 2 hours. It's a very tiny state. Gaza is the size of like one city in New Jersey. Or not even a county. It's very, very small. Nobody wants these terrorists. They don't want Hamas. Like, Egypt has built a wall, and they're not letting anyone in. Macron, he's not letting any of these people come into France. And he's literally saying, you must end the war, or else we're going to recognize them. The hell's the matter with them?
It's just laughable, but
it's serious though.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go into it's like the New York City mayor. No one is paying attention to these idiots. I mean, like, Canada is an effed up country. It really is. I mean, they're the one. Did you know there was more fentanyl being made in Canada than in Mexico?
I heard that.
Yeah, and it is coming into the United States. It's really bad. You know, by the way, the wealthy people of Canada come to the U.S. for medical care.
Yeah.
But they have universal health care because they don't want to be on waiting lists.
Mm-hmm.
You know, their taxes are insane. That's why Alberta, do you know where Alberta is?
No, I don't.
Okay. So Alberta, it wants to become, they're actually trying to secede from Canada and be their own country.
Mm-hmm.
If that happens, I would love that. Of course, you know, I would love the United States to literally take over Alberta,
Mm-hmm.
but because that is where all of their oil is, and they may have more oil than us. So they have oil, they got gold, they got silver, they got all these mineral rights just in Alberta. Their entire country would collapse economically if Alberta secedes. Let it happen. That could be the 51st state. The rest of Canada, that could be part of France. They were part of France at one point. Did you know that? Yeah, France and England. That's what was it? Wow, my brain is not working. The Franco-Indian War. Yeah, it was France and England actually had the First World War, believe it or not, many, many, many years ago, where all these countries were fighting. But yeah, it was mostly France and England, but it was fought mostly in the United States. George Washington, he was a colonel for England.
Mm-hmm.
You even get a little history lesson with us. Who knows? But anyway, I need more. Wow, we all finished our sodas. A lot of mistakes were made. We were bumbling and fumbling and stumbling, but we got through it. So while Abigail is trying to find the song, I just want to say thank you, everyone, for listening to our buffoonery. And I hope you had fun. And we'll be back next week. And we're going to talk a little bit more because we'll be closer to going away very, very soon. Follow us on Twitter if you like the show. By the way, last week we had more people who watched us on YouTube than listened to our podcast. That's never happened before. We had more listeners who actually watched our podcast. So feel free to watch us on YouTube. Listen to us. We are a crotchety old man and a woman. and on X, follow us at crotchety old men.
And I want everyone to remember that I won the Coke Challenge.
Yes, because I don't drink. I need mine with Jack Daniels.